Got to show you to start out right away. First of all, this is with our Storm Tracker 7000 also showing us not only just a few of the lightning strikes, which happen to be south of the city. We'll deal a little bit more with that, but also the red flag warnings from Pendleton up here to Grangeville, Eastern Oregon, around Malheur County, down here to Waihee County. It continues right around Twin Falls. That could see a thunderstorm or a shower for tonight, and then all the way over here to Eastern Idaho. Well, it's hot temperatures and low humidity factors that could be providing that, as well as the gusty winds in the area. And we can't count out here also as you take a look at some of those thunderstorms that are moving to the south. Most of these are southwest to northeast. Likely Mountain Home may see a thunderstorm. You can see a shower coming up here toward the Twin Falls area, just to provide you with that information for tonight. But you know, when it comes to rain, look at Stanley. This is the past 24 hours. Heavy rain up there due to some of the thunderstorms that moved through the area. Here toward Mountain Home has had just a light amount, and everyone else at this time has stayed pretty much dry. Now, being outside for tonight, it's still short sleeve weather. Yeah, we haven't changed that much, but the temperatures did come down from the triple digits for the evening to, you know, more into the 90s to even the lower 90s later tonight. But watch the wind. That's going to be with us as we cool off tonight. And because of the wind and the cooler temperatures coming in, temperatures will be down into those lower 60s again, instead of those low to mid 70s like we had this morning. So looking at the futurecast, it shows some of these thunderstorms moving into western Montana. You can see those here to the south, kind of breaking up as they come off the Owaihees and then moving just to the southeast. Earlier this morning with some of the clouds, we did have a few light showers around the area. That's still a possibility for tonight, but really most of that is, well over here to the east. Now, this is our latest satellite, and as you take a look here, you can see here's Mountain Home, and you can see some of those thunderstorms right now moving up just around the Mountain Home area. So you might see some lightning strikes, you might hear a little bit of thunder, but mainly that's going to be just to the east of town. And most of the activity, western Montana, moving up toward Twin Falls, as well as into portions of eastern Idaho. So when you take a look at the temperatures as they've come down, tomorrow's high will be somewhere close to the mid 90s. Stays that way. Now, toward the end of the week, this is close to 100, but we're still in the upper 90s. We're talking maybe around 100 again. It's possible for Saturday, portions of the weekend, and then getting into the first part of next week. So it is a little bit of break on some of those high temperatures. Here's a look at the temperatures around the Magic Valley for tomorrow. Highs will mainly be into the lower 90s. As we move into the central mountains, high temperatures will mainly be the mid 80s. So you can see those seem to be a little bit more on the reasonable side as you look at the temperatures here for the western mountains. Let's move down here to the valley. Highs tomorrow, instead of the triple digits, now we're back to the double digits, but still the 90s. As you look at Boise tomorrow, 93, Meridian 94, Kuna 93. As you see for up here at Eagle, the high temperature will be 94 degrees. Let's move ahead to our 7-day forecast. As you look at this, windy conditions for Tuesday, I think they're going to be noticeably less as we get into Wednesday. This is what's going to be keeping those temperatures down for a little while. And of course, we'll see those temperatures start to swing back up as we get more toward the end of the week. So these winds, not real good for fires around the area. And it might even bring a little bit more smoke that happens to be to our west. Okay. We're not looking at a lot, but at least, you know, if you notice some smoke for tomorrow, the possibility is there.
So that's coming from which direction?
Well, they've got some pretty major fires in southern Oregon.
Okay.
And some of that is just pushing in with all of this activity that's coming in from the west.
You know, and Rick, but the changes we're seeing too. Last night, what was it, 78 degrees, I
Wow.
think was as coolest it got, but we're getting back into the 60s now.
63 for tomorrow morning. That's going to be a huge difference in the morning.
You can actually open your window.
Like that.
This morning was hot, but it was manageable. I mean, like you said, there were some showers. I was doing an outdoor workout at Camel's Back, and there were some showers.
Will manage very well tomorrow morning.
Will I? Okay.
It was 82 when Jim Duthie drove into work at 3 o'clock this morning.
It's too hot at 3 a.m.
Exactly.